Hey, what's going on, guys? It's rasmusal here. I'm bringing you a free-for-all match on launch with the AK-47 with silencer and dual mag. Pretty cool setup. So today I'm going to talk about more real-life stuff. My previous video I talked about that I'm going to university in Holland. Well, that's still happening. On on June 8th, I flew to Holland, and I was there in Holland for a few days. I was trying to find a room. It's pretty hard to find a room in the city where I'm going to study, which is called Nijmegen. Pretty cool town. But after visiting about 4 different rooms, which were not very nice, they were either too small or not a good locations, or the rent is very expensive. There was one room which was just in the basement that had like a window the size of an A4 paper. I mean, and the room was tiny as well, so that wasn't very good. But the rent was very cheap. But the one I found is the rent was within my set budget that I set to myself, and it's pretty big. It's 15 square meters. That's a pretty decent size. So other than finding a room, I did some more administrative things in Holland. Then I drove like 3 days later to Denmark, where I have a summer house, and that's where I'm currently located. But I have all my stuff, including my PS3. It's in my room in the Netherlands, so I won't be able to get some gameplay for a couple months. But once I get my stuff set up and my PS3 back, and have that all set up in September, then I'll be posting videos quite regularly. And also, since I moved to Europe from Oman. Oman is about 4 hours drive south of Dubai, and there the internet is pretty bad. I have 1 bar connection nearly every single time, or a 2 bar connection. But here in Europe I have nearly always a 4 or 3 bar connection, so that's good. The bad thing about internet in Oman, other than it's being a 1 bar, is that because it's a 1 bar, you're practically half a second to 1 second behind the game, so whatever you see on the screen actually has happened. So I kind of have to guess where the bullets are supposed to hit. Like just right there, I was trying to be cheeky, but of course because of the lag I didn't hit him quite enough, even though I like put a whole clip into him. But things like that will change once I get gameplay in Europe. Okay, other than doing all this university stuff, I've also been having some fun. A few days ago, I was at like a store where you can buy all kinds of things like garden furniture, like all kind of tree things. You can just buy anything really, except for food. But there I saw an air gun, and it was pretty cheap actually. It was 450 kroners, which is how much? That's like I don't know, 50 euros. I don't know. You guys can do the conversion, but it included a scope, which is pretty awesome. So I bought that, and yeah, I've been having fun with it since then. It shoots a 5.5mm pellet. It's a break barrel rifle, which means that after each time you have to break the rifle so that the piston gets cocked. Yeah, which is, it's actually pretty hard actually, because it's a decent power rifle, but the higher the power, the harder it is to break the barrel. And especially first time was actually quite tough. But now it's not too difficult. Yeah, and other than the air rifle, I also bought a like a pellet catcher, which is a 14 by 14 centimeter little metal box, which catches the pellet after it penetrates a sheet of paper, and on the sheet of paper there's it's just a target like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and the fourth shot I ever made was directly in the center. So it was completely a lock shot. So, but it was still pretty cool. The only bad thing about it is because it was so cheap. The scope was not too well made. Like you have to adjust the scope, but I don't know, the scope is, the buttons are, I don't know, stuck or something. I'm not sure. I don't want to force the buttons, because otherwise it might break. But when I aim and I want to shoot at the little target, I have to aim approximately I don't know, 1 inch above the target. So but it just takes some time to get used to, but other than that it's pretty cool. Yeah, so it's nearing the end of the gameplay. Don't forget to rate, comment, and if you can give a like, that'd be awesome. So yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.